Hello everyone, welcome, happy Sunday, welcome Parrots, welcome Veru, and welcome all the lurkers. Good to see you all, glad you were able to join me. Today, start of a new day. Hey Ash, welcome, 25 stream streak, that's a long streak. Thank you for being here, always, and good to see you. How are you all doing? Today is, of course, an important landmark for me. Today is the day when I switch from being a variety RPG streamer to a full-time Pathfinder Kingmaker streamer. I think the rest of my career as a streamer will probably be hijacked by Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is one of those games that you, if you allow it, you can play it. I think Veru has 800 something hours in this game on Steam and 2000 something for the Wrath of the Righteous. And I'm sure there are many others. Yeah, I checked your Steam stats for this game. It's 870 something.
I'm gonna get Rip Burger even if I die trying.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't roll either. Let's roll. Wow, nice. 314. Still nothing compared to the time you spent playing the BG3s. Well, anyway, 2,800 hours, almost enough to get Dota play. I think I have around that many hours in Dota 2. Anyway, obviously I'm joking. I am not going to be playing this game that much.
They will be punished for their insolence.
We will talk about it, we will see. But I still fully expect this game to be the longest game I've ever played by the time I'm done with it, which record is right now held by Baldur's Gate 2 with 100 hours and 52 minutes, something like that. This game, at the bare minimum, takes around 80 hours. Even if I curb my completionist tendencies a little bit for this game, I think this will still take... Hey Pi, welcome. It's good to see you. Thank you for the lurk, I appreciate it. Good luck with your work. Hopefully you are getting off soon. I don't know how completionist I will go. I will still try to cover most of the content the game offers, with the exception of some DLCs, I guess, but we will talk about it. I still expect this game to be last upwards to 150, if not 200 hours. So I am expecting at the very least 6 to 12 weeks of Kingmaker. So the near future, the 2-3 months of critical hits is going to be Kingmaker, which I have honestly no complaints about. I have been curious about this game. I've been hyped up to it. Not only have I been hyped up to it, I have also heard from other sources that this is a very good game with some problems, as in it has a very high entry threshold. It is very difficult.
Critical hits boost. Pylor's EAN just boosted. I might be at work, but this is way more important. MMM boost that Diablo 3, please.
I shall, of course. Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the boost. There we go. If you don't like companions, skip the requests. Yeah, exactly. So those are the kind of things that I skip, like companion quests, romance plots. I don't do all of it. I don't do all of it in any game, even in the games that I am familiar with. You know, Baldur's Gate, Dragon Age Origins. But you know, we are going to figure out what we will do and what we will skip also as we play. Some of the problems I have read about this game is it doesn't have good enough documentation, and not only does it not have enough documentation, it also expects you to know every little detail, especially if you are playing on higher difficulties. So needless to say, this game is pretty hard. It is still a no backseating stream, but as usual I do look more fairly upon technical help, including backseating kind of help, you know, as long as it's technical. And for this game I may ask more actively chat about, let's say we encounter a troll. I happen to know that trolls are weak against fire, right? But let's say I don't. I may ask, okay chat, what should I do against trolls? So I was reading the CRPG, big book of CRPG on this game's entry. For example, let's say you are attacked by a swarm of insects or a swarm of spiders. if you attack them with your sword, you will not deal any damage, right? You have to use either an area damage or fire damage spell, or maybe crushing weapons, you know, stuff like that. I may ask chat. Yes, I read that documentation is built into the UI, but I also read that it's not full, it's not good enough. You have not played this, so kind of interested. I'm glad you're interested. I am highly interested. I have been curious about this game for the longest time, and it comes highly recommended by many. So we will start this today. It won't take long for us to start, because honestly there is not too much to read, but of course we will read what there is to read, which is a little bit of Moby Games and a little bit of Wikipedia, and there is a complete and utter lack of manual for this game, since, as Veru pointed out, the documentation is built inside the game. Trap laser is lacking. You say the in-game documentation covers 95. Okay, that's good. That's good. I mean, I will try to make use of it, and I will also try to make use of the fact that I am a streamer with an active chat who some of you know the game, so I may just ask. It is better. You haven't played this game, you own it, you are mildly interested, so you'll keep yourself spoiler free. Alright, so three months of semi-lurking by you, I guess. Try to keep it spoiler free if you're interested in playing. I think you should. Honestly, any CRPG fan, I think, should give this game a try, because this is like a real spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate, in a way that they try to make it work in ways Baldur's Gate does. It is a Dungeons and Dragons rule set, pretty much. Pathfinder is Dungeons and Dragons 3 and 3.5, and you know, the rest. Some call it 3.75. Of course, Pathfinder has its own editions which change things, but you know, it's pretty much very similar to Dungeons and Dragons. So also the kingdom management, I don't know the details about it. I know it's a big deal in the Kingmaker adventure as well, you know, the tabletop adventure, and also in this game, you know, the whole thing is based on managing your kingdom in this game. And you may know that I am very highly interested, and I'm a huge fan of that kind of management systems, even when they are lacking, like it was in Neverwinter Nights 2. I do love them. And I am very, very excited about the kingdom management mechanics in this game, very curious about it. Veru has been telling me that it is tedious unless you know what is best. I am reluctant to agree. I don't think I will find it tedious, but if I do, we were talking about it earlier, there is a very detailed difficulty system in this game. You can make individual aspects of the game easier or more difficult depending on how you want to play the game. You know, you may, for example, disable critical hits, but also make the monsters deal twice as much damage to you, make the difficulty checks lower, but you know, make something else more difficult. It's very detailed, which is very good. You don't find it tedious, just going by what most people say. Well, that's fine. I don't really need to hear about what most people think. I'd like to experience and form my own opinion around it, and that we shall do. We are starting the game no later than an hour. Obviously, I think the character creation will take quite a while. I have no idea what I will create. That usually results in me defaulting to my default favorite, which is rogue. We may go for a rogue, but there are different classes. We will look at them, we will look at the skills, we will look at the stats. I may ask for ideas, but we are going to create a character right now, I mean today on stream, because I don't have anything ready. But yeah, without further ado, let's start reading so that we can start. Hopefully you're having a good Sunday and continue to and enjoy the stream. So, Pathfinder Kingmaker, released in 2018. I have this version called the Enhanced Plus Edition, which was released in 2020. I am not sure how enhanced it is. I'm not sure what enhanced means. I know it includes all the DLCs, and it does have some enhancements over the original release. I'm not sure what the differences are, but I don't think there are many. Enchantment. Yeah, no, not enchantment, enhancement. If you have any questions about implementation of abilities, you'll do my best. Alright, that's
Chief.
great. Thank you. Hey, McDunkadunk, welcome. Welcome, Chief. Kingmaker, yeah, we are starting Kingmaker today. I am sort of nervous, very curious, and highly excited. And you know, it's going to be a journey. Good to see you, Magdankadank. So, a game made by Owlcat. I think it's their first big game, but I'm not so sure. A kickstarted game. Obviously, the developers that formed Owlcat were part of another company, which I think developed a couple of games that are on our lists. Evil Islands, Silent Storm, and something else. I was looking at this earlier. Rage of Mages, yeah. So the developers of Rage of Mages, Silent Storm, and Evil Islands. Evil Islands is a sequel to kind of spiritual successor to Rage of Mages. I think. I may be wrong, but that's what I believe to be the case. I'm not sure now. I may be confusing stuff, but yeah, they did. They came from Silent Storm, exactly, and Rage of Mages. So they are experienced developers and game makers, but this is their first game as Owlcat. Hey Thazen, let's celebrate Kingmaker. You already know her. That doesn't make much sense. You have no idea what this game is like. Well, you and I are about to find out what this game is like. Good to see you, Thazen. Welcome. And yeah, so Owlcat. This is going to be, you know, if you don't count the sponsor stream of Rogue Trader that I did, this is going to be my proper first initiation into the Owlcat games. You know, we did the Rogue Trader, that was just a prologue, a trial run, and I had enjoyed it.
Thrill of the void.
Hey, Caleb Sindar the Dragon. I hope I'm doing very well. Pleasure to see you as well. Welcome. Yeah, so this is going to be the first Owlcat game I will be playing.
New critical hits boost. Thazan just boosted. Let's get these out the way early today.
Sure,
almost Forger yesterday. Undertale. New critical hits boost. Verum ammo just boosted. What are? New critical hits boost. Thazan just boosted. Ass Effect 2.
Mass Effect
New critical
2.
hits boost. Verum ammo just boosted. Rogue Trader. New critical hits boost. Thazan just boosted. The Twitcher. New critical hits boost. Verum ammo just boosted. Darklands.
And Darklands. There we go. Thank you for the boosts. So this game has a pretty good score, you know, above average, but not highest. You know, we have seen 8.5s in some of the games that we have played recently, and I think that's because this game is very difficult and very long. So I don't think it's actually I don't think it's actually a lot of fun to play by a lot of, you know, the more casual variety of CRPG players. So I think that's what cuts down the score, because otherwise this game is pretty good. I'm not sure how buggy it is, I'm not sure how it was. Maybe the Enhanced Plus edition has a higher score. You know what? Let's check. Kingmaker Enhanced Plus. Wait. Definitive. Kingmaker Enhanced Plus movie games. Maybe it's called Definitive Edition, not Enhanced Plus. I think this is the one I... Oh, it even has a lower Moby Games score. That's weird. Anyway, it is an RPG, an isometric, real-time. So it came out as a Baldur's Gate. You know, it came out like the Baldur's Gate was or is, but they added turn-based combat to it later. Which is good. We may use it from time to time. And it has plenty of add-ons. We are going to talk about it, but this let's talk about it now. The one holds lots. is a separate story which I'm not going to be playing, so I'm not going to play that. It takes place before the main campaign. It would require us to start with it to make the most sense, but I will skip it entirely. Beneath the Stolen Lands can be started individually. It is like, if I understand it correctly, it's like the endless paths of Odnua that was in Pillars of Eternity. It is a huge dungeon, a mega dungeon. And I think it has some roguelike element to it. Maybe some things are randomized, I don't know. But it is the most difficult thing in-game. It's the most difficult dungeon in-game. So I will most probably leave this until because this can be started separately, but you also come across it in the main campaign, I read. I don't know when you come across it, but I will probably not do it until very late in our playthrough. Or maybe skip it entirely, or maybe leave it for off-stream. I haven't entirely decided what I will do with this. We may play some parts or all of it on stream at some point, but I don't know. They get access sections by chapters. Alright. Well, we'll see. And the rest is not really story content, quests or stuff. You know, some of this bloody mess adds blood stains, like there was in Dragon Age. I think this adds some spells. There is a DLC that adds a class. I haven't really read up on them all in a very detailed manner. But I think these are the two big content DLCs, and we are definitely skipping this, and we are possibly skipping or postponing it. So, with the help of over 18,000 Kickstarter backers, narrative designer Chris Avallone, the legends of Planescape Torment and KOTOR 2, right? Unless I'm mistaken, and composer Inon Zur, which is another amazing composer. You know, for games like Fallouts, the Bethesda Fallouts, and many others that I cannot really think of off the top of my head right now. To the carbon. Let's ask, Ini, are you okay? Allcat Games is proud to bring you the first isometric computer RPG set in the beloved Pathfinder tabletop universe. Pathfinder Kingmaker puts you in the role of a brave adventurer fighting to survive in a world beset by magic and evil. Take on the role of a canny fighter, hacking through enemies with an enchanted sword, a powerful sorceress blessed with magic by the hint of demon blood in her veins, a wise cleric of gods, benevolent or malignant, a witty rogue ready to defuse even the deadliest of traps, or any of the countless other heroes. The only limit is your imagination. Right, all of those, of course. You're right. Many good games by Inon Zur, a prolific composer. You know, just like Jeremy Soule. Jeremy Soule and Inon Zur are probably two of the best and most prolific composers of the games, at least, that I am a fan of, I would say. The Pathfinder role-playing game is an evolution of the 3.5 rules set of the world's oldest fantasy role-playing game, designed using the feedback of tens of thousands of gamers just like you. Whether you are new to the Pathfinder universe or a seasoned veteran, Pathfinder Kingmaker is the CRPG you've been waiting for. Skip doing maths. Sorry, Taze. Pathfinder has considerable depth, not only in its lore, but also in its game mechanics and the freedom it offers to develop your own unique character. You can customize your character with a wide range of classes and powers, including specialized archetypes, powerful arcane and divine spells, choosing from a multitude of class abilities, skills, and feats. Pathfinder allows players to create heroes or villains that fit both their individual gameplay styles and their personalities. This story. To the north lie the Stolen Lands, a region that has been contested territories for centuries. Hundreds of kingdoms have risen and fallen in these lands, and now it's time for you to make your mark by building your own kingdom. To do so, you'll need to survive the harsh wilderness and the threat of rival nations, as well as threats within your own court. Pathfinder Kingmaker is based on Paizo's award-winning Pathfinder adventure path of the same name. You certainly don't need to be familiar with the story, but if you are, you will encounter characters you know and love, as well as a host of brand new events, companions, allies, and threats that expand and enhance the original adventure path. Without from Paizo and their authors, story and quests have been expanded by RPG writer Chris Avallone and Allcat team. allowing for even more adventure in the already rich narrative of the Stolen Lands. If you ain't got more, you feel you will install 5 different RPGs and fail the exam. I'm sorry for having that detrimental effect on your life days, and you should definitely unfollow me. Never come back. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Good luck with maths and studies. And good luck on your exam. Hope to see you when you have more time. They also Kickstarter added narratives. That's okay, we can figure them out and skip them. They were clear enough on pillars. We'll be fine. I read that there are tons of small, tiny side narratives in this game, and we'll see. I think I will do them as long as they are short. I will do them. We'll have to do them, but that request is beyond even Shellnug's world. While Pathfinder Kingmaker is a single-player game, you won't be adventuring alone. Kingmaker features a diverse cast of companions and NPCs, including iconic characters from the Pathfinder setting itself. You'll need to decide who to trust and who to watch carefully, as each companion has an agenda, alignment, and goals that may differ from yours. Your journey will become their journey, and you'll help shape their lives both in the moment and well into the future. So, this is something that makes this game something to be learned. You know, the first time you play, you inevitably screw up a lot of choices. You know, I read a little bit, without getting into spoilers, I read a little bit about how that works in the CRPG book. So apparently you recruit these companions, and you can appoint them as advisors or heads of certain jobs or missions, and they all have their agendas, right? So one of them may work towards the good of your kingdom, the other may work towards the good for themselves, or one may be very successful at where you place them, another might not be that successful, may even be detrimental. So the way to get the better endings, the best endings, goes through knowing who to place where, who to not trust and who to trust, and that is something that cannot happen in a first playthrough. And since this is a first playthrough, I fully expect to make lots of mistakes, and I have prepared myself mentally to make those mistakes and not really dwell on it. You know, this is about what happens, seeing what happens when I go with my guts, or with the best of what I can make with the information that the game gives me. And it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be interesting to see how it all works out. But you know, once you figure things out, learn things about the game, when you replay, I am certain that you can do much better. Probably won't get the absolute best standing for everyone on a first playthrough. You have faith in me. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I have no doubt that I will not get the absolute best standing for everyone. I hope I can keep my kingdom somewhat stable. That's what I hope. We shall see. Your kingdom. We chose to adopt the Kingmaker adventure path because it features a host of open-world mechanics, allowing players to experience the story at their own pace as they explore the Stolen Lands, which will challenge you as both an adventurer and a ruler. Most importantly, the game allows you to claim these lands as your own, letting you carve your own kingdom from the wilderness. While classic dungeon crawling and exploration lie at the heart of this adventure, diplomacy, politics, and kingdom development are also part of the challenge. Choose your allies well, and keep them close while exploring ancient tombs and ruins, and while dealing with politics in your own court. This kind of premise really excites me. I cannot explain how much it excites me. This is the kind of thing that I really love, and a lot of games have tried to do this with varying amounts of emphasis. I think this is the one that has the most amount of emphasis on it, and since I haven't played this game before, I am very, very excited about all of this. My kingdom for oversea. Exactly. As you'll discover, building a kingdom goes beyond simply building a stronghold. Your kingdom is a reflection of your character and your choices throughout the game. It's a living thing shaped by your alignment, your allies, and your ability to lead your people. Not only can your kingdom expand, opening up new territories and allowing you to build new towns and communities, but your capital city will physically change based on your decisions, your policies, and even whom you choose to ally with. As your kingdom grows, a number of factions and neighboring countries will come to you to seek favor and to test your strength. When the management portion opens up, I can give you some mechanical information that will prevent the most common mistake that new players make, and it's totally Alka's fault for not being totally transparent with the mechanics in question. Sure, I think I would be okay with it. I will trust you to obviously differentiate between mechanical and, you know, advice that comes with experience, not necessarily something mechanical. Well, feel free to let me know about anything mechanical that it looks like I'm missing. But yes, this is the game. This is the premise of the game. It does look very beautiful. I'm especially excited about playing a game that will finally not have any pathfinding problems. Maybe it is a big thing to expect. Maybe it does have pathfinding problems, but I don't think it will have pathfinding problems to the degree of Neverwinter 2 and Icewind Dale. So at least I will be able to move my characters where I want them to be. That is a good thing. So let's move on to Wikipedia. We won't read much from here. We are jumping right to the development part. Because it's a Pathfinder game. Exactly, because it's a Pathfinder game. I mean, if it cannot do what its name says, how can I trust it to do anything else, right? Following the game's announcement, Owlcat announced they were considering different funding avenues. This culminated in the June 2017 launch of the Kickstarter campaign, which was billed as for expanding the game rather than funding it. The campaign ended by the end of the month after raising $909,057 from more than 18,000 contributors. Chris Avalon, an acclaimed scriptwriter for other role-playing games, contributed to the game. The game was published by Deep Silver and was released on 25th of September 2018. On June 6th, 2019, an Enhanced Edition update was released for computer platforms on August 18, 2020. Ports for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were released subtitled Definitive Edition. The computer versions got an update at the same time that was titled Enhanced Plus Edition. So I was right. It is called Enhanced Plus Edition. And Moby Games was also right. It's also called Definitive Edition. Reception. Pathfinder Kingmaker received mixed reviews, holding an aggregate score of 73 out of 100 on Metacritic. The Game Debate review praised the game's engrossing story, depth and realm management feature, calling it a beautiful thing, rich CRPG that delivers a great place to adventure, an interesting land to rule, and the tools to carve out a realm that you can call home. In a somewhat less enthusiastic review, GameSpot's Daniel Starkey believes the game had to be hampered by a litany of small issues, balancing, and the gargantuan knowledge base you'll need to play most effectively, while also loading the narrative and the kingdom management aspect of the game, mentioning that, for those with the patience, the rewards are well worth the investment. The game has also been criticized for its inconsistent difficulty curve and the opaqueness of some of its mechanics. On the technical side, the game's launch was plagued by numerous bugs, long loading screens, and balance issues, which I don't expect these to last, by the way, which hurt the game's initial reception with both professional critics and customers. In the following months, many of these issues have been fixed by patches. In September 2021, the game had sold over 1 million copies worldwide. So we cannot say that this game has been hugely successful both in terms of the reviews it got or the amount it sold, compared to other big CRPGs. You're literally bouncing. Veru, I hope I do not disappoint you in whatever way I might. Because you're a huge fan of this game, you are inevitably coming into this stream and playthrough with some expectations. And I'm kind of nervous that I will not meet any of those expectations. But I'm also very happy that you feel so strongly about this game and the stream and the playthrough. I hope you keep enjoying it. Hey JFC.
Just musted Gorky
No worries.
17. New critical hits must. I get
Wait.
one claw just musted return to Kronder.
Let's go with the boost first. Welcome Ikit, welcome JFC, it's good to see you both. You didn't miss much JFC. The intro was reading a little bit from Moby Games and Wikipedia. There wasn't much, there is not even a manual. Could I run through it again? Sure. In Pathfinder, you play a group of characters who try to find their way. That's it.
Fresh meat.
How are you, JFC? How are you, Ikit? It's good to see you. So before we start, I'm going to talk about mods. I did install the mod manager and whatever is required to roll
New critical hits
install
boost.
any mods
JFC
to this game.
Fuller just boosted Witcher 1.
You feel so strongly that you are willing to
New
pretend you
critical
didn't
hits
care,
boost.
even to yourself, to
JFC
create
Fuller just
conditions
boosted
whereby
Mass
you could
Effect
trick me
2.
into complacent, allowing it to swing the... Okay.
Let the light guide your path.
Alright. Well, the only thing I can say is I hope you enjoy the playthrough. I think that's it. Two boosts. Thank you, JFC. Oh, three
New
boosts.
critical hits boost.
Baldur's
JFC
Gate.
Fuller just boosted Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, before going into the game, let's talk about this
I
a
am
little
what
bit.
my
Hey, BG Nerd,
builders
welcome.
built, and I must follow my logic.
Welcome, BG Nerd. All you can say is that I hope I enjoy the playthrough. You know me. You know me, Vero. I enjoy everything. I enjoy even the worst games. That's my mindset. I have no doubt in my mind that I will enjoy this. There may be parts that frustrate me, but overall, I am sure I will enjoy this. The cat has gotten a little less evil, but still very evil. How are you, BG Nerd? So, since this game is very long, did I enjoy Barbie Horse Adventures? I did actually, as a matter of fact. I did. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It wasn't the torture. It was funny.
New critical
Woozy,
hits
welcome.
boost. Woozy Dice just
Welcome,
boosted
Woozy.
The Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind.
Good to see you. How are you doing? Hello, Vodka. There are definitely frustrating parts. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. But, you know. So, if you have seen some of my earlier streams, I have finished games like Revenant and Temple of Elemental Evil. You know, those are frustrating games with some fun parts in them. This is a fun game with some frustrating parts in it. So I have no doubt that I will enjoy this game. Exactly. So yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. It's good to see y'all. So okay, I have this mod manager, but I don't have many mods installed just yet. I have just installed the remove area effects mod, mainly to see if the mod manager works the way I want. And you know what it does is you press a button and you wait a little bit until the effects like web and entangle and the, you know, stinking clouds go away. Out of combat, of course. So this is the mod I used. Veru has recommended two other mods, which I think I will eventually install. But I thought I would go into the game without them, see the game without them. So one of those is a pre-buff helper, where you set the spells that you want to use as pre-buffs. You press a button and they are cast, rather than casting them one by one, which is a huge time sink in these games. The other is respecting your companions, and there are levels of respecting. You can respect their class, you can respect their levels, you can change their class even, you can change their gender, you can change whatever, everything, depending on what you enable with the mod. But what it does is, you can basically create a different version of the companion for situations where you may like the story and the character of the companion, but it may not necessarily be built in the way that it fits your party the best. So I haven't installed that either, but we might. I will install it if we need it. Hello Next, welcome. It's good to see you as well. How are you doing? How is your Sunday Next? And there was another recommendation by Veru, which was portrait kits. Oh, wait. I Where are those? Oh, okay. I thought I would download them. There was a little bit of a problem with Nexus, and after that I completely forgot. So we don't have portraits. I'm sorry. I thought I downloaded them, but that's okay. We will go without the extra portraits. It's not a huge deal. Looking forward to Kingmaker. Me too. Next, me too. So let's start our timer already, and new game. So as I said before, let's repeat what I said about the scenarios. This Warnhold's lot takes place before the main story. I am going to be skipping this entirely, we won't play this. Beneath the Stolen Lands is a huge mega dungeon that you can start either separately from this menu, or it appears in your main campaign when it's appropriate. I am not 100% sure what I'm going to do about this. Obviously we are going to start the main story and it will appear as an option to go. It is the most difficult dungeon in the game. It is very big and takes a long time. We may pay a visit to it, we may skip it entirely, we may leave it for the end of the playthrough, I may do it off stream. There are many options that I simply haven't decided yet. I see, yeah. I haven't decided what I will do with Beneath the Stolen Lands, but we will see when it's time. Next, the difficulty. So I'd look
New
at
critical
menu.
hits boost. Parrotwise just boosted Torment, Tides of Numenera.
Let's get the Paris boost before talking about the difficulty. Torment. Can
New
it pass
critical
Baldur's
hits
Gate?
boost. Parrotwise just boosted Betrayal in Anthera.
Oh, okay. I forgot what I was doing. I'm jumping from subject to subject. I wanted to talk about the poll and the top 4. Let's do it before we actually start. Move on to the difficulty part.
New critical hits must. Parrotwise just boosted Grim Dawn.
Grim Dawn passes Diablo 3. Thank you for the boost, Parrot. So, since this game is very long, it's like at least 100 hours, upwards to 150, even 200 hours, depending on how we play. It will take a long time before we start our next poll. I don't know when I will start it. I don't even know how many chapters in this game, or how long the chapters are. I think I will depend on people who have played the game before. So let me know when there is like... Sorry, I'm losing my voice. So let me know when there is about 2 weeks or so left for me to finish the game. You know, more or less, approximately, to the best of your guesstimation ability. So people like Veru or who may have played the game before, feel free to let me know when you think I am getting closer to the 2-week mark before the finishing of the game. Then I will start the poll. Right now, the top 4 is Dungeon Siege, Arena, Arx Fatalis, Gothic 2. I have no doubt this will change. Since there's no poll, the main battle is being played out here because the differences are very, very small. You know, Baldur's Gate 3 is at 263 total. Dungeon Siege is 297. Baldur's Gate 3 gets very regular and big supports. So does Torment and Tactics, even Deus Ex 2 compared to games like Dungeon Siege, Arena, and Arx Fatalis. So I fully expect the top 4 to change. And it's exciting. We shall see. We shall see what happens in the 2 months or so. 1 or 2 months without a poll. You played through Act 1 like 25 times, Act 2 like 12 times, Act 3 like 5 times, Act 4 like 3 times. Okay.
New critical hits boost. Nyx 242 just boosted Legend of Grimrock.
Grimrock. Thank you for the semi-lurky turkey time, Parrot. Enjoy the semi-lurk.
New critical hits boost. Nyx 242 just boosted Gorky 17. New critical hits boost. Nyx 242 just boosted Gothic 2.
Okay. Nick says Gothic might be at the top, and I want it to stay at the top. You may have a Titus problem with long epic CRPGs. Yeah. And I think this game, if any game deserves restart Titus, it's this game, right? Anyway, we won't be doing that. We will go with our first character, our first playthrough. and hope to do best. So as you see, there are a lot of difficulties and you can customize it. I took a look at this a little bit, and I decided to do something between normal and challenging, because challenging is somewhat like the core of the Baldur's Gate or Icewind Dale series. It's pretty much normal. So normal is slightly easier than normal. So what I decided to do was, let's go with challenging, but enemy stat adjustment, we will move it down to normal enemies. And this becomes like a flat difficulty right now. We have the tutorial. We don't have the expert options here. Kingdom management at normal. Character retrain. Maybe we will enable this. You know, I think we may want to retain our characters. Let's enable that. Let's keep it as an option for us. And, you know, this encumbrance affects how fast you move. Enemy difficulty is normal, damage to party is flat, and stat adjustments are normal. Auto level up is, of course, off. Remove negative effects on rests, dead companions rise after combats, and that's door are all off. And critical hits are normal. So that door is a setting that I may think about turning on. Basically what happens is when you take a killing blow, you die if you don't have this enabled. Yeah, I think I will use it too. When you have that door,
Bogo_Bogo just musted. That's not Gothic 2 Davamadga.
I am sorry. I'm sorry, Bogo. It's not Gothic 2. It lost. Kingmaker won. Good to see you, Bogo. So if you have that story enabled, the first time you take a killing blow, you fall unconscious. If you win the fight, the character gets up with a debuff called That's Door, and you have to go back and rest at a safe spot. Like this says safe spots like wait, it was mentioned somewhere, but I don't remember where. Anyway, you have to go to an inn or something to get rid of this condition, to get rid of this debuff after you die. If you die again with this condition, you die for good. So I think I will give myself the chance to recover my character after one death. Switch your boost from Darklands to Gothic 2 to appease and apologize. Booga Booga and next. Okay. If you really want that, let's see. Darklands 2, Gothic 2, you said. Gothic 2, Darklands. There we go. Makes you think of that story in Darkest Dungeon. Something like that. Yeah, I did it, Parrot. I did it. So I think we will go with this. If you compare this to normal, normal already has that star. Normal has weak critical hits and somewhat easier enemies and 0.8 damage multiplier, and you do not get affected by encumbrance. So what we are doing is making normal harder and challenging easier in this manner. I do, however, reserve the right. In fact, I can guarantee that I will probably make these settings easier on myself as we play. And in places that I get frustrated and stuck, I will most certainly make it easier. You know, set these to lower values. Yeah, but this is what we will start with anyway. Is this alright? Yes. So we will of course create a new character. Unfortunately, we do not have many portraits since I completely forgot to install the portrait packs. I don't even know what race or class I will make. Or even sex. So how do I choose this? You can go back and re-choose. Oh, that's good. That's good. what? Let's have an idea of what is available to us. Grace Burb. If only. I think there's ASMR. It's not really Burb, but at least they have wings. Let's go with this one now. So from the portrait you chose, it gave us halfling, I think. Hey Draven, welcome. Hey All Fashioned, welcome as well. It's good to see you both. How are you two doing today? So, feat and skilled. I think I will go with a human, because I do find humans very strong in Dungeons and Dragons 3.5. And this is even better from what I see. You get your extra feat, you get your extra skills, and you also get +2 to ability score. Wow. Wow. Yeah, exactly. Extra feat is very important. It's snowing outside. Hopefully you are cozy inside. If we want to go for some exotic race, we could go for Asmar. Or Tiefling even. You want something that specifically benefits from +2 to 2 stats. Yeah, that is also a good call, because in this game you get +2 to 2 stats with most races and -2 to 1 stat. But I don't know. I think I will keep my human default for this. There's no level adjustment. ASMR? No, not ASMR. What did we play in New Winter Nights 2? We played a male, right? Let's go with female. Main hand. Oh, you can change your main hand. This doesn't make big difference. Let's get some long hair. If we can find the Amazon hair from... Yes, this is what I wanted. Amazon hair from Diablo 2. You know, I usually tie my hair like this as well. At the top. I like this style. Is this turn-based or real-time? It is real-time, mainly. It came out as a real-time game. Turn-based was added later, so right now you can do both. I will mainly play as real-time, probably. Real-time with pause, of course. Just like Baldur's Gate. Can we have a darker shade of red? Yes. Let's go with this. Alright, we'll go with this. So can we change the portrait now to... This looks like a dwarf. This looks okay, red long hair. Maybe not the rest of her. Wiki doesn't mention that at all. You may be looking at the original release information, because it was added like 2 years later, turn-based. What is this? She has a halo, so is she an Asmar? Let's go with this. You know, we may have colored our hair later. Alright, now this is the big decision, right? I don't know. I don't know what we'll do with this. I don't know the prestige classes. Looks like kind of a duelist fighter or rogue prestige. Dazzling display. There's another duelist. Mystic Theurge. Looks like a priest thing. It's an AC tank weapon master with a single weapon type. Okay, okay. Not a bad idea. Wow, Dragon Disciple is really easy to qualify for. Gets into AC to hit. Not bad. Eldritch Knight, Stalwart Defender, Arcane Trickster. I mean, I don't know if we will go for any prestige class. But if I do... I was looking at the classes and I saw the Eldritch Scoundrel here. We could go for Eldritch Scoundrel and then try to qualify for Arcane Trickster, something like that. Obviously, I don't know how classes combine. What is a good level to stop leveling one? I probably will not go for multi-class. In my first playthrough, I probably won't risk that. We will go for a pure class, so no prestige classes. Emilian J voice characters. Who are they? Arcane Trickster gets a mechanical advantage that is amazing. Wizard Arcane Trickster probably more efficient. This is basically a fork of branded D&D, very interesting. Yes, already changing your mind about the title, even though you have not seen gameplay yet. Yeah, this is Pathfinder is an improved version of the Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 edition. So when Dungeons and Dragons went its own way with 4th edition and 5th edition, Pathfinder design kind of kept the 3.5 main design and improved upon it, adding lots of classes and races and a lot of feats and everything. So it basically plays out as 3.5 Dungeons and Dragons. A lot of things are very parallel and similar.
New critical hits boost. Blackbird 7 Twitch just boosted Ding Smallwood.
To me.
How are you, Blackbird? Good to see you. Let's boost Ding. Your week wasn't weak. Hey, Woozy. 7 stream streak. Thanks for being here.
New critical hits boost. Owl Fashioned just boosted Sacred.
Sacred. Eldritch Scoundrel is great rogue subclass if you want to be roguey. I'm thinking about it. Do we have more by Owl Fashioned? If we do, we can come back. Thanks for the boost. There's a mechanic in this whereby if you fail on lockpicking check, you cannot try again until you raise your skill. Or, I guess, if you save scum. No worries, old-fashioned. I'm not sure what I want to play, so let's think about it. When we played Icewind Dale, we had a full party, so that doesn't count. The game before that, we had a monk, because I said I wanted to play something different. Strange Leisure Demand counts as new entry for the purpose of lockpicking. Arcane Tracer can just keep trying to lock me. Interesting. Let's check what is Alchemist. Alchemist, Grenadier, Vivisectionists. What? Vivisectionist? Lord Primate build. Surgeon. I will skip Alchemist completely because I would have to learn what it is. I have no idea what Alchemist is. I will go with something I'm familiar with just to make it easier for myself. So, Barbarian. I don't know if I want to play Barbarian. Probably not. You could go for a Bard. One of the strongest classes in the game. I bet it is. I bet it is great. I just don't want to learn something entirely new for now. Rogue with self on this class. Oh, you know what? That sounds interesting actually. Let's take a closer look at it. It has sneak attack. Throw anything. Mutagen. It's a standard action drink of Mutagen. Plus 2 natural armor, plus roll chemical bonus, selected ability, score. Interesting. Gets use magic device, trickery. You know what? This is a good alternative to Rob. We could go for this too. Mutagen. Poison resistance. Oh, gets lots of poison. Gets poison immunity. It does get a rogue talent. Alchemical bonuses stack with bonuses from size, as well as transmutation spells. Okay, that's too much for me to know right now. Discovery. At second level, then again after every 2 levels thereafter, up to 18th, an alchemist makes an incredible alchemical discovery. Unless otherwise noted, an alchemist cannot select an individual discovery more than once. Some discoveries can only be made if the alchemist has met certain prerequisites first, such as uncovering other discoveries. Only one such discovery can be applied to an individual bomb. I don't like the idea of thrown weapons or bombs. That's what I don't like about alchemists. What is a medical discovery? I don't know what that is. th level, alchemist makes a grand discovery. Well, let's keep looking. We will skip Barbarian. What about Bard? We could go for Archaeologist, Thundercaller, Flame Dancer. I will probably go for something that's the name of which interests me beforehand. I'm not going to read all of these classes for sure. For example, Thundercaller and Flame Dancer automatically do not interest me, but what about Archaeologist? Archaeologist luck. Kind of like Rogue, gets lots of Rogue stuff instead of Bard Song. I guess first I should learn how the Bard Song works in this game. Inspire Courage. Can use his performance to inspire courage in his allies. An affected ally receives +1 morale bonus.
Hello there.
Hey Thor.
Nothing
Archaeologist, fighter, gunslinger, Indiana Jones. Okay. We need to have specialty in weapon specialization and whips though. How are you, Thor? Good to see you. +1 morale bonus saving throws and charm fear effects. +1 competence bonus and attack weapon damage rolls. So you inspire courage and you get all of it. You get attack, you get damage, you get saving throws. You do not get AC. So it's the kind of Bard Song that I like. Easy enough. Competence bonus gives you skill checks. Alright, okay. You know what? I think I will go Bard. I am liking Bard. So let's see how Archaeologist is different. It's probably the best skill monkey. It's not a beast. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, we will still have... What is the party size in this game? Is it 4? Is it 6? We will still have other characters.
Nectar of the gods.
That's a good idea, Blackbird. 6? That's good. Thank you, Blackbird. I'm okay with being, you know, a ranged rogue with support, and then we also open locks and stuff, right? We don't have to sneak attack, backstab.
That's good. That's good. Is that good? That's very good. I mean, that's not very good.
That's very good, Thor. That's very good. Thank you. So, Archaeologist luck. Fortune favors the Archaeologist. As a swift action, an Archaeologist can call on Fortune's favor, giving him +1 luck bonus on attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and weapon damage rolls. He can use this ability for a number of rounds per day equal to 4 plus his charisma modifier. At each level after first, an archaeologist can use archaeologist luck for 2 additional rounds per day. Okay. Maintaining this bonus is a free action. It ends immediately. Archaeologist is killed. Blah blah blah. Archaeologist luck is treated as bardic performance for the purpose of feats, abilities, effects, and the like that affect bardic performance. Okay. Like bardic performance, it cannot be maintained at the same time as other performance abilities. So we won't be able to inspire courage. We don't even have inspire courage. So archaeologist is more like self-inspiring courage rather than party-wide inspiring courage. Still has bonus to skill checks and still has inspired competence, which cannot be used as archaeologist luck at the same time, but that's okay. So bard talent. At second level, a bard gains a rogue talent as a rogue class feature of the same name. 6th level, every 4 levels thereafter, the bard gains additional. So basically, this bard is a bard to themselves, you know. They hype themselves up. It's just his 5th action to start luck, unlike normal bard songs. Yeah, that's a good thing to know. I can, use it immediately and not lose the rest of my turn. Dangerous. So the rest looks like rogue, pretty much. We don't have sneak attack, which I don't. Come on, what is this? Why does this? Is there no safe place from these pop-ups? He's so far been the most drawn to archaeologists and vivisectionists, the 2 most rogue-like non-rogues, which are definitely as a type. But that's partially, let's be fair, that's partially because when I was reading out names, you called them out as being rogue-like, and I had said I liked rogues, and that's why you called them out, right? And that's why I'm stopping at them. So this guy does not have sneak attack. But do I even care about sneak attack? I mean, I do love sneak attack. But, now that I'm thinking, we are going to be a king, right? A king, a queen, a ruler. We don't necessarily have to be a good fighter to be a good diplomat and a good ruler. Maybe we are better if we can lead the best possible combination of 5 companions into combat and also, lead our kingdom to glory, right? Rather than being good fighters ourselves. So maybe I don't really care about not having sneak attack or other combat abilities. There's definitely something to be said for going hard on a face build. Yeah, a face build. This guy can make herself stronger, better able to attack, and avoid damage. Uncanny dodge, danger sense, stuff like that. And we can go hard on skills like diplomacy and stuff. I am liking this idea. I don't know, I'm liking this idea. Let's keep looking. Let's move on to Cleric. Cleric, Crusader, Herald Caller, Ecclesiarch. You're also an Arcane Caster. Wow, that's true. That's a very good point. I can do pretty much everything. Maybe not to the best of the possible that the mechanics offer. I'm not as good as a wizard when it comes to Arcane. I'm not as good as a rogue when it comes to fighting. I'm probably the most influential, though, in this way. So Cleric is the second most appealing class to me. What is this? Ecclesiarch. Detect magic. So Ecclesitheurgy, from what I understand, kind of adds arcane to their repertoire. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what the name implies. And also has knowledge arcana and stuff. It's an interesting idea. Does it still use wisdom? It's more that they can't wear armor. Get more benefit from their domains. Okay. I kind of like the idea of that. Herald Caller. What is this? Call Heralds. A Herald Caller can channel stored spell energy into summoning spells. I don't really care about summon. I never really cared about summons. Crusader. You know, I think as far as clerics go, Crusader is the most interesting to me. I think this is more of a fighter-like cleric. From the first impression. Ecclesia basically means things related to the church. Hello, Kabrak. Welcome. First chat, you logged for a few days while you were doing Icewind Dale. You're a big fan of BG1 and 2 and Icewind Dale, so hello fellow fan. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I hope you're enjoying your time here. And you continue to enjoy Kingmaker as well. Ecclesia basically means things related to the church. Yeah, okay. Good to know. If you take a god with fire domain, you could have fireballs in your 3rd level spell slot. I see how it works, but no armor. That's okay. What about Crusader? Let's see. Crusader bonus feat. It doesn't say anywhere about being a better fighter. Maybe I'm making it up. I mean, the bonus feats must be chosen from the following list. Heavy armor proficiency, shield bash, martial weapon proficiency, saving shield, shield focus, tower shield proficiency, weapon focus. So I guess choose from following these, greater weapon focus. Okay, I was right. It's more like a fighter cleric. This is interesting to me. If he wants druids. I like the concept of druids, but it's one of those classes that I always feel like I won't be able to play well. Fighter. There are interesting fighters, I am very sure, but I will move on. Inquisitor. Monster Tactician. Tactical Leader. Rather than pursuing their holy missions alone, some Inquisitors see their inherent value of working like-minded allies to accomplish mutual goals. Hey Catmas, welcome. I'm doing well, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Crusaders get fighter feats but lose a domain. Gotcha. Well, the idea of Inquisitor is not really appealing to me. Kineticists. This is like a wizard, right? In a way. Elemental focus. Elemental wizard, maybe. Dark studies. Dark elementals. Not at all. Really? Is it very different? You are good? That's good to hear. Lenses are amazing and totally unique to Pathfinder. Alright. It has stealth. Mobility, persuasion. Use magic device, perception. Interesting. But I don't want to really learn something completely new for our main class. Mage, I probably won't go. Monk, we just played. Paladin, I don't really enjoy paladins. Ranger could definitely be interesting. It would be like my 3rd choice. Or 4th. Rogue, of course. Rogue is my main choice always. Eldritch Scoundrel, this is still very interesting to me. They get Elemental Blast that they can alter. So it's like Warlock. At the cost of taking burn, which reduces their max HP. Menaces are what happens when Pathfinder players wanted more options to break the game. Okay. I don't know, it sounds a little bit of like Warlock to me. Having Eldritch Blast and modifying it. Warlock's only at Eldritch Blast, yeah. So it's like another hybrid class. So Slayer, what is Slayer? Apart from being a damn good thrash metal band. And we're OP. Slayer is like a rogue fighter hybrid. with very good single target damage. So this is something I should go for if I do want something like my traditional rogue experience, but I don't think they are very good skill monkeys. From what I see in the class skills. By the way, I want to compare the class skills of use magic device, stealth, perception, trickery, persuasion, athletics, mobility with archaeologists. Look at it, look at it, look at what we have access to. We have use magic device, stealth, perception, trickery, persuasion, athletics, mobility, and on top of it we have lore nature, lore religion, knowledge world, knowledge arcana. I am liking this more and more, liking this kind of more self-focused, you know, destined to be the leader and worked hard for it as well. Can cast spells, can preserve herself, can command her subjects. You know, I think I will go for archaeologist, but let's finish looking. Sorcerer, wizard. There, we finished looking. Let's go. I'm convinced that we will go for archaeologist. Archaeologist is the best skill monkey game. Slayer shine if filled well in the right support party. So, I think some of the new stuff Pathfinder offers are very interesting, but as I said, for our main character I want to go for something that is at least somewhat familiar to me. Since the game is very new, I don't want everything to feel very new and novel. I want something like an anchor, where at least I am familiar with what's going on the base level, and then learn. Like, if we get a kineticist companion, I will be more open to learning it, but not as a main character. Hoping you like the look of game as somehow you still don't own it. It's probably not too expensive to buy now. I think it gets very regular huge discounts, Ash. The Enhanced Plus edition has every DLC and it goes regularly for 80% off. And I think you will like the look of it, for sure. Okay, we are going for archaeologists. Let's go. So, stats. I don't know about this. This is different, by the way, from Dungeons and Dragons, it seems. The point buy system is different. It becomes +2 at 14. And I would probably want to start with at least... So, first thing, I want to ask or check. It's not very clear here. Do I get stats every 4 levels? Dump strength, pump, dexterity, con, charisma. I will definitely dump strength because we will be a range fighter. 16 is the min for casting 6 level spell. Okay, that works like classic Dungeons and Dragons. You can increase 1 stat every 4 levels. That's good to know. So, what level of arcane spells do bards get access to? Is it 6 or is it 7? It's definitely not 9, I would guess. 1, 6. Okay, so we need 16 charisma and that's all. We don't need more charisma. Constitution is always good. Let's go for 14. We will dump strengths, maybe to 8. You can see on the left under spells. Oh, right. Okay, thank you. Okay, I guess I cannot see the effects just yet. More charisma is higher save DC spells per day. I mean, I can put points in charisma as we level up. But we want to start with 16, I think. So, I probably want more intelligence as well, something like this. And of course, dexterity is very important. So how do I handle all of this? So maybe I lower wisdom. Oh, maybe I don't want 16 intelligence. The persuasion rolls. Yeah, exactly. I haven't applied my ratio. Oh, right. Right. Let's apply it to charisma. Take it down to charisma. Take it down to 16. Now we have some more points here. Bards already have goodwill saves and this isn't important, but what about the lore? I mean, I would at least want 12. I wouldn't want it to stay at 10, I think. We definitely want dexterity to be at least 14. You get bonuses to all skill checks by being a bard. That is also true. That is also true. I think I'm neglecting Constitution right now. I will want 16 intelligence and 16 charisma. Maybe I want to lower wisdom to 10, as you said, and get more con. Something like this. 8 strength, 14 dex, 14 con, 16 int, 10 wisdom, 16 charisma. You wouldn't go blind without 14 constitution. Yeah. 14 constitution is necessary, I agree. I have 2 points left. Yeah, but I cannot raise any of these by 2, so it will either have to be 10 strength and 10 wisdom, so I am just
New
thinking
critical
about this
hits
right now.
boost. Thor Obliterator just boosted Torment. New critical hits boost. Thor Obliterator just boosted SR. Return.
Brunch. What are you eating?
New
Have you
critical
decided?
hits boost. Thor Obliterator just boosted Pillars 2.
Thanks for the boosts. Enjoy your brunch, Thor. Maybe we'll see you towards the end of the stream later. Omelette? Nice. Nice. I like omelette. Enjoy your day out. Low strength can end up with you not being able to carry your own equipment. But, I mean, 8 isn't too bad, is it? Well, maybe we will go flat strength then. You know, we have these 2 points we don't know what to do with. We can put it on strength. If you are planning on carry heavy things, it got 10 strength. I mean, I wouldn't carry heavy things myself when I have my mules. I mean my subjects. Right? Hey, Becca. Kingmaker. Hell yeah. How are you, Becca? Good to see you. Good to see you, as always. So let's go with trickery, mobility. What is mobility even? Each level, your character gains a number of skill ranks. No, that's not what I want to read about. This skill represents a character's talent for balance and coordination, including aerial maneuvers, gymnastics, tumbling. Your character's mobility skill enables you to move your opponents without. Okay, I see. So it's like tumble, basically. What are you making? I had a very difficult time choosing. I didn't want to spend hours. I've already spent almost an hour. I didn't want to spend hours learning what I already don't have a good idea about. So we ended up with a bard, an archaeologist. We are going with an archaeologist, which is we are going to go hard, being the face of the party and the ruler of the kingdom, and you know, influencing everyone around us, manipulating them, controlling them, and motivating them. But we are not really good fighters ourselves. We do have some arcane magic, we do have some rogue abilities, and we do have a heck ton of diplomatic skill. At least that's the idea. So we are going to be an archaeologist. So we want persuasion, use magic device, perception, and what is athletics? This skill represents character's physical ability in such things as leaping, scaling walls, swimming. Sure, we will go with that also. Now, do I want stealth or not? Do I want stealth or not? I do love rogues, but I hardly ever stealth. I am too impatient for that, especially on stream. Knowledge world feels more like... Exactly, I feel like we need more knowledge skills here. You know, Arcana, you know, it's good. Nature, religion, they are good. But world, as you said. Knowledge World skill enables you to create or detect forgeries, decipher writing, identify monsters, recall knowledge about geography, history, people, places. It sounds very, very important to me. Identify magic items. Oh, maybe I want this as well. You don't sneak attack. No, I don't sneak attack. As with this character, I don't sneak attack. But even if I play traditional rogue, I don't usually stealth sneak attack. That's why I do not really like the second edition sneak system, where you have to attack from stealth in Baldur's Gate, for example. I do prefer the third edition, like Neverwinter Nights, Icewind Dale sneak systems, where as long as you are flanking the enemy, you can sneak attack, and it is also the same way with this game. So even then, I wouldn't particularly care about stealth. Sneak is pretty pointless once you get access to invisible. That's a very valid point. So I do want knowledge worlds. Do I would ideally want to have all of these, but obviously it's not going to happen. Maybe I do not want athletics. But I want knowledge arcana. Or not high strength, you won't be able to grab it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. But that's also one reason why I was getting this skill focus. I don't have high strength. At least I could have some tag bonus, you know? Another way of looking at it is, because my intelligence is high, I already am at +3 with arcana, so maybe it's not very important to focus on that. Pick up monkey fish. Who needs athletics? What? What is monkey fish? The big deal skill checks are usually asked of the whole party, not the individual. Yeah, that's a good point. We could have, for example, a full arcane with knowledge arcana, like a druid or something with lore nature, a cleric with lore religion. Those kind of stuffs would work better with them. Let's go with this. I'm happy with this. First level spell gives you a swim, climb speed in one cheap spell. Oh. Oh, really? Wow. Knowing that. But you know, I'm imagining a scenario like in Pillars of Eternity, where you get narrations with skill checks in them. I don't know if there's something like that in this one, but I expect there to be dialogue skill checks. So I cannot necessarily cast the spell and jump into the water. Those kind of book events do exist. Yeah, I thought they might. That is why I like having a skill like athletics. Okay, it's decided. I don't care about stealth, and we are going to try to get Arcana, World, and Religion. No, Arcana, Nature, and Religion with other characters. We are going with World. Let's go. Abilities. Oh man. Difficult choice after difficult choice. Most of the time you can use the party for those checks. There are some main character only checks. That's fine. So we are picking 2 feats. Do we have origin feats which can only be picked up at level 1? That is the first question. Thinking performance will work on yourself. Okay, yeah, I got it in mind. But yeah, do we have origin feats? It doesn't look like we do. I don't think we do. So I certainly want my character to be a ranged attacker with a bow or something. I think crossbows require more feats traditionally on Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not sure how it works in Pathfinder. So I like bows. But I don't necessarily want to focus on my weapon skills either. With 1 point blank shot, precise shot, you'll be taking -4 to all shots that engage enemies. Yeah, yeah. I know. But I also have spells, right? Maybe I do want to focus more on spells. So let's think about lingering performance. It makes my barding performances last longer, including archaeologist luck. It definitely sounds like a good one, but what are the other ones that are not marked as good? Coordinated defense. It's a teamwork feat. Interesting. When you're adjacent to an ally who also has this feat, you gain +2 competence bonus to your combat maneuver defense. Interesting. This is a completely new way to design your party. Deceitful. You get +2 bonus to all persuasion and 3 critical checks. If you have 10 or more ranks in one of these skills, the bonus increases to +4 for that skill. So I normally do not like skill feats. And I think we will already have big numbers from these without these feats. However, different from Dungeons and Dragons, this has the added thing that says if you have 10 or more, you gain even more. I don't know how useful this is. Deft hands. +1 trickery and use magic device. Die hard. Nah. Elemental focus. Endurance. Extra performance. I could go for extra performance. Instead of lingering. 6 additional rounds per day. Effects over bardic performance carry on even after you have stopped performing. Okay, let's go. Wait. No. Go away. I don't want this. Come on, how do I? Oh, okay. So, we will pick up lingering performance. Point blank shots. To be honest, the time when this feat is most useful to this character is probably earliest in the game. So if I don't pick this up now, it's probably a bad idea to leave this for later if I intend to pick this up. It's better if I pick this up now. Rapid shots. This is probably not very good, and it's marked as not being very good because we already have not a very high chance to attack. With lingering song, you'll want to micro, so turn the song on, then off immediately so it consumes 1 round worth of the song, gives you 3 rounds of the ability. I don't know if I will micro that much, but it's a good idea. It is a good thing regardless to have it for 2 extra rounds. If you're playing a normal bard, I definitely get lingering, but because it only affects you, you won't get as much benefit from it as you will precise shot. Precise shot can... Okay. I mean, that is a fair point as well. But, how does this actually... Maintaining this is a free action. It has immediate... So, maybe lingering isn't very good with Archaeologist's Luck. You're right. I activate it as a swift action, and I can maintain it as a free action for 4 rounds. And then it lasts another 2 rounds if I have lingering performance. If you're not going to micro, extra songs are better. Extra songs would be... Where was it? Extra performance. Or 6 additional rounds per day. I don't understand what it means for 6 additional rounds. It's not times per day, but rounds per day. Oh, I see. You enable it. Oh, I see what you mean now. So I can enable and disable this for a total of 12 rounds, or I can enable it and leave it for a total of 6 rounds with lingering. I understand what you mean. Okay. Gotcha. It's different from Dungeons and Dragons. In that way. That microing is pretty important to get the most out of it then. Well, I won't be doing that at the very beginning. Maybe as you said. We start with point blank. And precise shots. I mean, I don't necessarily want to keep my bard in close proximity to enemies, but it may be unavoidable. And as I said, these feats will be most useful in the early game. So maybe we start with those and then move on to the bard song feats. And metamagics. I think we will want metamagics too. Or maybe I will not even care about this. Maybe I will go persuasive. And even skill fox. I don't know. Rapid shots. Okay, we'll start with precise and point blank, I think. You don't have to use point blank, you just need it for yeah, exactly. But precise is for engaged in melee. Point blank is for up to 30 feet, bonus up to 30 feet. Anyway. Let's see how it works. Oh, now we choose spells. Look at the feats you can take. You can see the prereqs. With a high charisma build, you'll probably want dazzling display later on. What is dazzling display? Oh man, there's so many. Your skill with your favorite weapon can frighten enemies. While wielding the weapon in which you have weapon focus, you can perform a bewildering show of prowess as a full round action. Make a persuasion check to demoralize all foes within 30 feet. Well, we will go with weapon focus, but I don't know what I would focus on. Okay, there is so much. So much. Maybe I need to plan out a character. Maybe this won't work like this. Wings. Of course we cannot pick it up. Weapon focus. Next level we can pick up weapon focus. Yeah, but at least you go into Wrath of the Righteous knowing these, right? Assuming you didn't start out directly with the second game. At least you know half of it and then you have to learn that much. Okay, that's okay. Let's choose spells. Feather Step, what is this? Subject ignores the adverse movement effects of difficult terrain. Tasha's Hideous Laughter, of course it's not Tasha's here, just Hideous Laughter. I always like that spell. Sleep. Sleep is great, we'll go with Sleep. Vanish. Grease, yeah. As a bard, you can cure wounds. It's very useful. Yeah, those are the two spells I'm thinking of. Cure light wounds. Grease. And I was looking at Vanish. It looks good as well. Oh yeah, definitely Hideous Laughter, as I mentioned. But sleep is great. I will definitely pick up sleep. And the next one would be... I think eventually we will not want to... So, can I change spells? When I level up, can I remove a spell to learn another? Is this something Pathfinder lets me? Oh, you are already... Okay. I mean, sleep gets over-leveled, but out-leveled, but grease also would get out-leveled. But I guess they have to roll every turn they are on the oil, right? They're on the grease, so maybe it is better. Grease also affects us unless we have freedom. Grease DC skills up with your charisma modifier. Oh, interesting. So, but sleep doesn't? Oh, it is 4 HD of creatures. You're right. You're right. That is a very good point. You can replace when you level, but I will replace right now. I will replace grease, sleep with grease. What is Unbreakable Heart? It's like Lionheart. Morale bonus. Hypnotism. No, hypnotism. Your gestures and running incantation fascinate nearby living creatures. Interesting. But this is also hard capped with HD. So we either go with Hideous Laughter or Cure Light Wounds. I think we can go with Cure Light Wounds and maybe we can swap later. When we have like a cleric or something. Sleep is amazing at level 1, uses afterwards. Can cast on characters who get confused, snap them out of it. Oh, really? So you can cast hypnotism on friendly enemies who are confused? Oh, that's a very interesting way to... I would have never imagined. But yeah, we'll go with Cure Light Wounds for now. Oh, it's voice. Okay, I thought this was like attitude or something, but no, it's voice. Oh, Unbreakable Heart. Oh, yeah, of course. Birth date. Birthday. 12 months. Let's go with my birthday. 28th of Farest. Honestly, we may still be playing this game during my birthday this year. In two and a half months, we may still be playing this game. Now, just I thought about it. But yeah, confident.
A mere flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound.
You should have run.
Really? Oh. Very
Ah,
cool.
a test of my abilities. Follow if you dare.
We won't falter! This doesn't suit me. I stand ready.
Someone else would make better use of this. All according to plan. What a find. An expected outcome.
What is this attitude?
No mistakes. This will hurt.
It doesn't sound pragmatic to me. It sounds condescending.
I'm wounded. What a find.
Hesitation is a waste of time.
I think cunning is the way to go for this character.
Damn this silly thing! What's that glitter? Your luck's run out. Cover me!
Yeah, okay. And we will go with... do I want to change my defaults for this game? Maybe Chaotic Good isn't very good as a ruler. Maybe at least Neutral Good or Lawful Good. But Lawful Good doesn't really fit my character, right? I should be able to make compromises, you know, change my attitude on the fly rather than being strict. Let's go with Neutral Good. This will affect things. I bet it will. Well, yeah, don't. I bet it will. We will go with neutral good. I know it's the boring choice. I know it's the most common choice. But we will go with it because I think it fits our character very well. Hello? Oh. Oh! So, now, let's go back to the portrait. Now that we have selected everything. What is a good portrait? There are no good portraits. I should have not forgotten to download the... Can I change the portrait later? Like, if I download the portrait pack, can I later change my character's portrait? Not easily. Well, this is an elf, but I don't know. You tried to muck about with the save editor. Ah, that's unfortunate. I'm not happy about this. But I think we will go with this. Wait. Is it the one that we had chosen? No, I had chosen this one. But this is, you know, the elf ears. Maybe half elf or something. Well, I guess we will go with this. This is the most fitting. Yeah, that's good.
This is my chance to run.
Why would you run? What's wrong with you? To the grass. How does that work? As a full round action, you can use a melee weapon to deliver a coup de grace to a helpless opponent. Okay. Two archaeologist slugs? Why two? Demoralize. You can use your persuasion for intimidation skill to cause an opponent to become shaken for a number of rounds. This shaking condition doesn't stack with other shaking conditions. Okay. Skilled. This is a big moment, big commitment. But I think I'm happy. I think I'm happy. I think this is good enough. What would we put points on as we level up? Probably charisma. Focus hard on charisma. Probably. There we go. Complete.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Alright, that's all. Thanks for being here. This is the end of stream. No, just kidding. We are going to start after I take a short break. I will be... Let's go. Yeah, we are going away now. Everyone go home. It's done. We have created the character. Game over. It's taken. The hardest part is done. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take a very short break. 5 minutes or so. I shall run some ads to disable pre-rolls for an hour. And also play some clips so you don't feel all too bored. And I shall be back very soon, so stay tuned and thank you so much for your patience. Be right back.